You're listening to Saturday Morning Media. And now, back to our show. This show is made possible by the Saturday Morning Media Patreon patrons. If you'd like to see this show continue, consider becoming a patron over at patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media. And thank you for your support. Say kids, how would you like to build your very own Driftwood Gulch action playset? Stay tuned after the show to find out how.
Saturday Morning Theater proudly presents The Tales of Deputy Guppy. Return with us now to the thrilling days of not too long ago, when the West was wild and the rivers in the West were even wilder. Luckily, there was one fish to maintain law and order. One fish to reel in those who dare disturb the peace and tranquility of Driftwood Gulch. One fish to stand for truth, justice, and honor in the untamed rivers of the Wild West. Deputy Guppy! Today's adventure, Cave In! If you recall, in our last adventure, Deputy Guppy and his friend Ringo had gone into an unexplored cave looking for missing miner Ted Conger. Once inside, they'd find Ted's seahorse, who got spooked and lashed out at the walls of the cave, causing a cave-in. We join our heroes moments after the rocks stop falling.
Ringo, you okay?
Yeah, I reckon I'm in one piece. Are you okay?
Yeah, I think I'm fine. I'm just a little scuffed up.
What do you think, Ted Conger's seahorse made it out of the cave okay?
I don't know. I'm a little too busy figuring out how we're going to get out of this cave.
Yeah. Luckily, Mr. Pickerel was there at the mouth of the cave, and he can go back to Driftwood Gulch to get help.
Yeah, I just hope that help will be able to reach us. I mean, we've gone pretty far into the cave here.
Well, what do we do now, Gup?
Not much we can do, Ringo, except sit here and wait.
Couldn't we start removing rocks from this pile here to help on this end?
Yeah, we could. We just need to be careful that we don't cause things to cave in any further. Shh, listen. Sounds like we're not alone in here. There's some sort of animal.
Oh, heck, Gup. That's no animal. That's my stomach. Oh, I should have eaten before we came looking for Ted. Who knows how long we'll be in here, and I'm starving.
You're always starving, Ringo.
Well, that's true.
Well, pal, you must be really starving if your stomach is making that much noise.
Yeah, I must be. Except that time it wasn't my stomach.
That's not your stomach?
No, sir. I thought it was yours.
It's not mine. And if it's not yours, then that means...
That means it's someone else's, and that someone else is in here with us.
Let me light a match real quick, see if we can see anything.
Well, there's you, and I see me. And then there's that angry crawfish, and... Crawfish!
Put out the match, Ringo. Press up against the wall. It's just as dark for him as it is for us.
He's snapping with his claws, Guppy. He's gonna cut us in two.
Not if I can help it.
Did you get him?
I only winged him, trying to scare him off. I didn't shoot to kill.
Well, it worked. He ran off.
Yeah, he did. That's odd.
What? What's that?
Well, when a crawfish is scared, they just want to get away, out into open water. They don't like being trapped with something they think is dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he couldn't go this way because it's blocked by the cave-in, and I don't think he would want to run further into the cave and be trapped back there.
I'm following you, Guppy. Then that means... I guess I'm not following you.
That means there might just be another exit out of this cave.
Well, I like the sound of that. Let's go.
Okay, partner, but go slow. If there's not an exit, that means that there's a mean, nasty crawfish in here with nowhere else to go. He'll be awful sore to run into us again.
Right. Hey, Gup, if we get out of here, when we get out of here, can we go to Aunt Pike's and have some of her homemade flake bread?
Yeah, sure thing, pal, with all the trimmings.
Oh, good, because
Something's coming this way.
Ooh, I hope it's not that crawfish again.
No, I don't think so. Are my eyes playing tricks on me, or is that a light up ahead?
I think you're right. Oh, I hope that crawfish didn't go get a lantern so he could see us better to eat us.
I don't think so, pal. Whatever it is, it's getting closer.
Why, Deputy Guppy, Ringo, there you are.
Ted Conger.
Why, Ted. Oh, ain't you a sight for sore eyes? Well, now we're not trapped all alone in this cave anymore, Guppy.
You aren't trapped at all, Ringo. There's another passage out of here the way I just came.
There is? Why, we thought you were trapped in here.
Well, I could have been. Luckily, I found this back passage. I left my seahorse up ahead and was circling back around to the mouth of the cave to go back in and get her. But when I got there, I saw Pickerel in the cave-in. So I came back this way to fetch you, hoping you'd made it.
We did, and we're awfully glad you came back to show us the way.
Ted, did your horse make it out?
She sure did. She's with Pickerel right now.
Oh, good.
Well, let's get out of this cave before that crawfish comes back.
Oh, yes, sir. He's a nasty one. Saw him rushing out that back passage when I was coming back around. Guppy's right. Best get out of here before he comes back.
You don't have to tell me twice. Of course, he better not get in between me and some of Aunt Pike's fleek bread, or he'll see what Nasty's all about.
Oh, well, Deputy Guppy and Ringo are safe, and Ted Conger has been located. Just another day of adventure in the town of Driftwood Gulch. What is going to happen next? You'll have to tune in to the next exciting adventure of The Tales of Deputy Guppy!
Episode number 201 of The Tales of Deputy Guppy starred Grant Baciocco as Deputy Guppy, Chris Sheets as Ringo, Tim Blaney as Ted Conger, and Kevin Berntson as the narrator. Sound design for this episode by Christopher Green of GreenStreams Studio. Find out more at greenstreamsstudio.ca. Music for this episode by Dan Ring. Say kids, did you know that every episode of The Tales of Deputy Guppy comes with a piece of the Driftwood Gulch action playset that is all ready for you to download, print, color, cut, and assemble? All you gotta do is head on over to DeputyGuppy.com and click on the link to the free PDF in the post for this episode. Once you add this new building to your playset, we'd love to see a picture of it. Send a picture of your Driftwood Gulch action playset to hello@SaturdayMorningMedia.com and stay tuned for more buildings and figures coming with future episodes so you can build your very own Driftwood Gulch. The Tales of Deputy Guppy is a production of Saturday Morning Media and is made possible by the Saturday Morning Media Patreon patrons who've gone to patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media and set up a monthly pledge for as little as $1 a month. Huge thanks to Shay Stewart, Mer Lafferty, Jeff Peterson, Dale Gadania, Stephen Staver, Jackie Klimo, Melissa Crawford, Dave Slesher of the Evil Genius Chronicles, Mike Coughlin, Dorothy Baciocco, John D., Kathy Crawford, Brian Greer, Carrie Whitney, Chuck Tomasi from the Technorama podcast, Chris Foster, Stephen Ing, Clinton of ComedyForecast.com, Vicky DeVries, Mike Wamshaw, Twitter user Butts and Gear, aka Wildcat, Eve Cunning, Mike Hamilton, Gaston Moreno, Reed Loveland, Ivan Asquith, Vanessa Whitney, Peggy Etra, Kristen Hogan of Squid Friends, David Akers, Zoe Palladino, Ellen Multari, Christopher Harris, Rachel Jackson of Vox Fabuli Puppets, Carolyn Weisner, John Petty, Rachel Hansen, Darcy Prevost, Fernando Torres, Ron McAdams, Pearly Q Magic, Jason Domer, Lee Barrett, Casino Skunk, The Misty Minute, Peter Capesser, Night Gig Studios, Joelle Rechtfertig, Adrian Rose Leonard, Earth to John Francis, RJ, Ginger J. Fitz, Megapodtastic, Paul Brunel, Jamie Hitchcock, Catherine Hannaford, Alan Gratz, Rachel Gibbous, John R. Donald, Jude Major, and Miss Maudie and her buddies. If you'd like to support this show and the other fun content from Saturday Morning Media, become a patron. Head on over to patreon.com/Saturday Morning Media and set up your monthly pledge today. You can also tell a friend about the show or leave the show a review on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Play, or wherever you get your podcasts. Thank you so much for listening. The Tales of Deputy Guppy is copyright 2018 Saturday Morning Media, Grant Baciocco, executive producer, all rights reserved. www.SaturdayMorningMedia.com. You've been listening to Saturday Morning Media. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.